Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Moody Pages. I'm Chanel, your fellow mood reader. I have a lot of books. I decided that I could do a little haul moment, and I was thinking, oh, it's just gonna be a mini little haul. I'll just do the books I kind of got in May, June, because it shouldn't be a lot of books. Well, I had pre-orders come in. I got sent some books to take pictures of. I got books from content creation teams, book subscription boxes. I got Mother's Day gifts. I got birthday gifts. Do you watch videos? Okay, if you were a content creator, do you make videos of videos you do not care to watch? Sometimes I have a hard time with book hauls because I do think that sometimes it's just very capitalistic. You know, you don't need all these books, says the hypocrite, I guess. I don't know. Okay. I pulled a stack of books that I believe I got between May and June. Some of these may have been April, so maybe not. Maybe it's not really as big as this. I would hope not. I am a part of a book club called Endlessly Well Read. You can join. I should probably put like a link below or something, but it's super fun. We're on this app called Geneva and you can chit chat. They send you books every month and it's signed by the author, and there's some goodies, and sometimes they even have the author come on. We just had Liz Tomfredy on. Anyways, we got this book by Lola King and it is signed. Well, there's a book plate, so that's really cool. This is a dark romance. The downside is that this is book 2, so that's unfortunate. I have to read book 1 and I do not have book 1 on hand. So a couple months ago, I did a pre-order of PR editions of the Bonds That Tie series. Look at how beautiful. So this is book 1, book 2, book 3. Oh, they're just so pretty. I love them. They have the matte cover, the little matte feel, and it's just so pretty. Like, I love it. I thought that these were not supposed to be signed. Like, I thought that when I paid for it, it was not going to be signed. Whether that's like just a printed signature, I think it probably is printed, but still, like, I think that's really cool. It's a Why I Choose. It's a fantasy romance. It's almost dystopian, I would start to lean towards. I mentioned this in my favorite books of the year, but I got Bridesmaid by Chance and Bridesmaid Undercover, and I swear I have more to Megan Quinn under here. You can guess what that is, but these were sent to me from Megan Quinn, the content creator team. That was fun. I just ran to my old house to go grab this. This is A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows. This is the re-release from Holly Renee. She got signed, I think, like trad published through Source Books. This is a really fun fantasy romance. Not as much high stakes. I would say it's a little bit more fantasy involved than The Veiled Kingdom, which is right here. There's a little love triangle going on. I've only read the first 2 books. There's 3. And I really loved the first 2. I spaced them out too much, so now I forget everything that's happened, and now I need to do a reread. I got this sent to me to post pictures of on my Instagram. This is This Wretched Dawn, and this is an ARC copy. I really like the cover of this, and I remember the synopsis, like the tropes that were on there sounded really good. This is a second chance romance and enemies to lovers. Listen to this little clip real quick. Anna must work with her ex to save their rival courts if she doesn't kill him or fall back in love with him first. I went to a book event, like a book signing event. It was just a bunch of indie authors. It's called Teas and Tropes, and it was just so much fun. I got to meet a bunch of indie authors. I kind of started to talk about it in my last video. Well, I did buy a few books, and I really had to have some restraint because as I was there, I found out how much the moving cost was going to be in this new place, and I about died, and I was like, all right, I'm not buying any more books. This is too much. Well, the first book I bought was The Book of Sin, and the author is so nice. I got to take a picture with her and she's just so sweet, and the aesthetic is just beautiful. Like, look at how beautiful the cover is. Here's the map, and then right here I think it's kind of cool. It's like very glossy, a pronunciation guide, and I did have her sign it. I should see if this, I'm pretty sure this is on KU. Next book I got, I was actually just walking past this booth. I was trying to, you know, not buy anything. I just got the price. And then my friend, she was signing up for newsletters and arcs for a bunch of random authors that we were walking past. And one of them had this really cool, dark looking aesthetic background, and that's kind of my vibe. Sometimes it's either like kind of gothy, or it's really girly, or 90s mom. There's like no in between. It's one of those three. You can kind of see like my Manon shirt. I believe the author said that this ends up being a why choose, and it gets progressively spicier. Darkness comes again, and just look at that, like, that looks really good. It says, if the abyss lives, darkness has risen again. Just looks really good. And it had her start spelling, but then she put an E at the end, so I was like, can you just change that to a heart? And this one also has kind of like big font size to me. I also would like to see if this is on KU so I can read this on my trip. Next book is a birthday gift to me. This was a rebind, and I started to tear up because I thought this was an incredibly thoughtful gift. This is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. And look at how pretty this little bookmark is right here. And then the back. She did a wonderful job, and this is beautiful. I have it propped up here, sitting underneath my copy of The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This is one of my comfort reads, and it just really hits home to me. This is probably one of my all-time favorite books. I won a giveaway several months ago, and I think just last month I finally got the books, and I have 2 editions of Home Run Proposal by Maren Moore. This is the special edition, and then this is the regular copy. And then this is, I don't know if this is really what the cover looks like, but it looks like a novella and, oh, limited edition copy. So, but this is for Rookie Mistake. She writes very spicy novels, so I was just skimming through and I saw a few words. Again, part of the Endlessly Well-Read book club. Okay, so that one must have been April. So again, I definitely have April all mixed up. I don't know. So some of these, this must be April through June. And unfortunately, I think that there are books and I would be missing for April. So part of my book club, we get sent those books. We got Rewind It Back by Liz Tomverdy, and we got the special edition, the deluxe edition, and it came with art and some goodies in here. I recently read this and absolutely loved it. I thought it was so cute and just so different than what I was expecting from Rio. More books from Megan Quinn. We got Till Summer Do Us Part, and I absolutely die for both of these. I wish this one was a sprayed edge, but I understand because this is an ARC copy. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, which I thought was really sweet that she sent us both. So I have a Bookish Box subscription to Darkly, not to the Bookish Box itself. I just got these 2 books recently, so I think that they're trying to catch up. I just got my April book, and it's June. That is so good for them, considering that normally you don't see them until 6 months later. So one of them was Keep Me by Sarah Kate. I still have the plastic on here. I'm debating on if I want to list this on my Pango or not, because I did enjoy it, but it wasn't my favorite Sarah Kate book. I think I like her Salacious Players Club more. I think I just like the taboo aspect more, and this didn't really have as much taboo. Next, I literally just got this today, Firebird. And again, in plastic, because I'm not sure if I want to keep it. I've heard really good things, but then I've also heard some controversial things, and it's unfortunate because this is gorgeous and I love the edges, but if I do keep it, it'd be specifically for these edges. But then the cover is beautiful too. Oh my gosh. I got sent this book. This is a baker and rockstar romance. I thought this sounded super cute. Oh, hello. Look at how cute. Oh, looks like there's a few different cover options. These are the cover options. You can see here, this is the book I got. I did not get this one with the lady standing over him, but this sounds really good. I have not read a book like that with those tropes, and I think I'd really enjoy it. Next up, an anticipated release, and I'm debating on bringing this physical copy on my trip because that's how much I want to read it, but I know her books are on KU, so I should really just borrow it on KU. But Realm of Thieves by Karina Halley, anything she writes I want to have a Karina Halley dedicated shelf. So far I think I have 4 or 5 books, so it's growing. The little synopsis is: 2 thieves vie for dominance in the illegal dragon egg trade, putting both their lives and their hearts on the line in this scorching romantasy. If there's dragons in this book, I'm gonna be so excited. There has to be if there's dragon egg trading, right? Another book from Endlessly Well Read Book Club. This just came out a few days ago. Severed Heart by Kate Stewart. She's junky. I will say that this is like super cool. It was signed and it has that stamp that it's from her home library. I thought that was so cute and so sweet. My hot take is I did not care for the Ravenhood series. I think if I had read it earlier on in my book reading journey, I would have really enjoyed it. However, I have read better books since. It is not my jam. I would give this guy a chance on audio possibly, because it's not following the people from it's not following Cecilia or Tobias from the Ravenhood series. So gosh. I also just got this other book last week from the Bookish Box. Again, they are catching up on their books and I am very proud of them. I got Hellfire. I opened this one immediately because this has been on my TBR. The cover looks beautiful, like the original cover. And then look at this. That's beautiful. And then they did give tribute to the original cover. I don't know what this book is about, but this man has his hand on her throat and she looks beautiful. That's all I need to know. My friend gifted me this book, The Rose Bargain. This is I believe a historical fantasy romance that is Bridgerton inspired. And I've been wanting to read this with my friends, so I'm very excited. And this has fae in it. It just sounds like a really good time. I am very excited to read it, and it's short, so I can't complain about a short novel, and I believe that this is a standalone as well, so count me in. I have more Karina Halley books. Okay, so I was at Barnes & Noble and I saw Nocturne. I saw the paperback and I was like, you know what? Yes, absolutely. And then I saw the hardcover. I'm a paperback girly through and through. However, let me show you underneath. And I took off the dust jacket because I wanted to see if there was any art underneath, and I don't know, I just took it off because I wanted to. This art? Are you kidding me? We're hiding this beautiful art? Like, this is very mystic and makes me think of thrillers. I had to get this. I'm a sucker for character art. I really am. Death Valley. This is a dark horror cowboy romance. Maybe I should just say horror cowboy romance. I don't really know what this all entails, but I'm just really excited. Like, look at the hand on the back and the blood spatter. I'm just really excited. Okay. For those who like their cowboys morally great and their horror smutty. She's amazing. I love her writing. Last but not least, A Curse Carved in Bone. I went through hoops to get this. This also got shipped to my old house. However, I could not grab it, so that was unfortunate. And I was able to get this resent, and luckily they still gave me a signed copy. I was really nervous that I was not gonna have a signed copy. This is book 2 of A Fate Inked in Blood, which I absolutely loved. It's a Viking romance. With me going to England and Scotland, I think specifically Scotland, I really want to read this novel, so I'm gonna have to just bite the bullet and buy it on my Kindle, which is unfortunate because it's $15 on the Kindle. I don't want to pay that price for an ebook. I don't get it. I'm really bummed out. I did check to see if this is on KU. It is not, so I'm gonna have to buy it. Anyways, that is my book haul. Have you guys read any of these? Which one sounds the best and which one should I read first? Pretty much open to try out any of these if I have not read it already, which a good chunk I have not. But I do hope to read some of them in July. And maybe you guys will see it in a TBR video. Let me know. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye.